Oh, no. We're live, Sports Rewind Digital. I'm joined by Davo and BJ tonight, fellas. How are we? BJ, I'll go to you first because you haven't got a nugget this time around, mate. How's the week been? Big week of sport.
Big week of sport, mate. Been great. Good weekend. We got ourselves a win. We needed a win in our local comp. We had our trivia night Saturday night. Big night there, and the kids got washed out Sunday, so
Yeah.
a day off with the senior country carnival being played. Fortunately, it was wet weather, so I couldn't even mow the lawn. I just had to sit around and do nothing and just sip on the dirty waters.
Couple of dirty waters,
Terrible.
mate. Unbelievable. Good to see the third grade got a win. Davo, how about you, mate?
Yeah, so it was nice to get the W again. So we need it this time of year, so it'll be a good battle against old Phoenix this weekend. So, but as you said, got that. Enjoyed the trivia night. Questions were atrocious though, but I think our table did well with the raffle prizes, so we'll take them. And
Cleaned up in the
rain.
raffle, mate.
The rain washed, as you say, Cricket Academy out for us on Sunday. So again,
Yep.
yeah, like you, it was a day of just chilling out.
Chilling out. Love it. Yeah, the trivia
What
night
about
was
you,
good.
mate?
Yeah, same for me, mate. I had work on the weekend, so I didn't get to any sport or anything like that. But trivia night on for the Toronto Baseball Club, and that was a good event. Lots of people there, few beers, bit of banner. As you said, mate, the questions were absolutely atrocious. Whoever come up with those, I think we got 5 out of 10 in the baseball round, but we'll talk about that later. But absolutely brutal. Right, for those that are new here to the show, we're going to run through the tidbits straight up. Some NRL. We'll talk about the Matildas, some MLB, some CrossFit Games, and whatever else comes up in sport. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll kick it off straight up with the tidbits. I think I'm up first this week, fellas. Mate, this one was an absolute gem. One of the funniest basketball stories. Former D1 men's basketball player is confirmed pregnant after a drug test. After confusion, it was confirmed he used a woman's urine to pass his drug tests.
Oops.
Absolutely
That's
brutal.
gold.
I wonder if now he's not playing and he's a dad, or what the story is. So, don't know. I do not know on the outcome there, but anyway, we'll slide into number 2. Number 2, tidbit. Despite being fired almost 2 years ago, Matt Rule is still getting paid a whopping $834,000 a month, courtesy of the Carolina Panthers. A fired coach is the best job in America. $834K a month, not bad, eh?
Not bad.
Not
You
bad
take
at
that
all.
every day of the week.
Yeah, well, even every month, Davo.
Yeah,
I'd take
every
that,
month.
834K, big one. But yes, Davo, I think you're up next with tidbit number 3, mate.
Yeah, so and we're off to the golf. So an insane Tiger Woods stat of the day in 2007, he one-putted 32 consecutive holes. So for the golfers out there, that is quite astronomical to play that well, that 32 holes in a row, one putt. I struggle for one green, let alone 32. So just shows how good he was.
Yeah,
Still is.
put the ball close enough, mate, to putter in.
Yeah,
Yes,
just tap
that's
it
what
in.
it comes down to. Yeah,
Tap it in.
Just that ball to go home. Go home, ball.
you're too good for your home ball.
So then we all know a few years ago that Russell Wilson, the quarterback in the NFL, was drafted in the MLB. So noting some of the players that were drafted after Wilson, Jacob deGrom, Jock Peterson, Chris Bryant, and Aaron Judge were all drafted after Russell Wilson.
Wow.
So he could have quite easily made it as baseballer.
Yeah, that Aaron Judge, 935th overall pick.
Yeah. It's
a
pretty
long
insane
way.
when you look back. Even, I mean, probably the two worst players out of there, Jock Peterson and Chris Bryant, and they're still on good coin right now, aren't they?
Yeah.
So
Not quite Mike Piazza, but it's up there. It just shows doesn't matter where you get drafted. If you got the talent, you'll be seen through. You see it through.
absolutely. I'm not sure who this is that commented. I can't tell because it's just got the Facebook user there. But Davo, mate, Davo's hair looks good every week like this. Well, I don't know what they're talking about, Davo.
It's the lighting that hides the grey.
Okay, nice.
Just
I like
thankful I don't. Yep.
Is the comb in the back pocket tonight?
No, mate, that was just Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. Just
Hey.
yeah, it hides the light hides the grey. So I'm just thankful for this lighting.
It's beautiful,
Hey,
mate.
At least you got plenty up there, mate.
Absolutely. Look at it. Ready? Put your glasses on, fellas. Couple of
It's
Devon
probably
spots.
it's probably comparison like for the three of us. So I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Randall, what do you got for us?
Yeah, this little one popped up last week. I thought I'd hang on to it. Retired England players that debuted after James Anderson in Test. Paul Collingwood. Who else we got? Durant Jones, Sir Andrew Strauss, Ian Bell, Kevin Peterson, Alistair Cook, Monty Panesar, Matt Pryor, Stuart Broad, Graham Swan, Jonathan Trott, and Stephen Finn. Not a
quite the
bad
team.
list of players that have all debuted after him and have already all retired.
Not bad
Like,
at all.
Especially when you look at some of these guys like Alistair Cook, 161 matches. Stuart Broad, 167 matches.
Yeah,
Like,
Ian Bell had quite a few there too.
Ian Bell, yeah, 118. Straussy, 100. Yeah, like that's a fair list of players, isn't it?
Yeah.
That have all been and gone since he started. Like,
and Anderson's still kicking on.
And he's still kicking on, and he's still bowling well enough to kick on.
Yeah.
Yep. Now we talked about this last week, and dangled the old carrot about retirement, but he's still kicking on. Well,
Sure is.
We'll keep taking the ashes off him.
That's it. And how about this one? Yankees. They've always had a lot of good left-handed hitters over the time. A big emphasis on getting rid of their left-handed hitting. So you have a look here on this list, and it's the rankings each season for number of plate appearances taken by left-handed hitters versus right-handed pitching. 2009, they were first. Excuse me, 2010, they were first. 11, 5th, 12, 12, 8th, 12th, 2nd, 1st, 3rd. And then all of a sudden we get to 2017, 15th, 19th, 29th, 28th, 29th, 23rd, 27th. They're really going away from that lefty-righty, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. How's it working out for him, Randall?
It's not working real good, is it?
Considering they've got a short porch there at right field.
Yeah. It really does blow my mind to think, well, why? Why would you be doing that?
Just haven't got the quality lefties.
Obviously,
I see Rizzo had a 5 strikeout game the other day.
Yeah,
so he's struggling big. He's putting up numbers worse than Joey Gallo. So
that's bad.
Yeah. So I don't know. They've just got the wrong people there, maybe.
Possibly.
Maybe. Joey Gallo, how's he going this year though?
About the same, a little bit better.
I thought he was doing all right.
He started all right, but he's so streaky that he had a big cold patch there for a while.
Yeah, I thought he was doing a lot better than what he was this year. But anyway, we'll find out and we'll have a look. But tidbits done and dusted for the week, fellas. Thanks for getting them in. Randall loves to get him in nice and early. I think it was about 8:45 tonight. He got his tidbits in. That was good, Randall. But yeah, we got this live in our Facebook group as well. We can't see on the chat who they are from, so I've just tuned in to the Facebook page there, and it's Chidge on the Teflon highlights. Thanks for tuning in, fellas. Mate, Couldn't happen to a better team. Who
Yep.
doesn't love the Yankees, mate?
Who does?
Ah, that's right. Who does love the Yankees?
They're the Manly Seagulls of the MLB, aren't they?
They are. What about the question at the trivia night? What was the question about the strikeouts, Randall? Do you remember that?
Most strikeout
strikeout.
games in a row, or consecutive
Anyway,
strikeout
Who,
games.
who holds the record for the most games with a strikeout?
Yeah,
Most consecutive games with a strikeout.
couldn't happen to a better person.
Couldn't, Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge. I don't mind Judge. I'm a bit of a fan of his, but yeah, not so much the Yankees. But anyway,
Old
that's
Bernie
our
got
tidbits.
tossed again today. He put on a good effort today. I don't know if you saw it.
I didn't see
Aaron
that
Boone.
today.
Oh,
Yep.
mate, he went out and got his money's worth. Like the batter was rung up, complained about the strike zone, so he's gone out there and first off argued with the ump, and then he's gone out, drawn the line in the sand, drawn the line in the hand, and then done the umpire's strike 3 move, and then blown up. So that was his 6th ejection of the year or something. So he's been tossed the most this year.
Let's
But
go.
yeah, he got his money's worth today.
Yeah, beauty.
Perfect.
Yeah, we're talking about Joey Gallo just before. You're right. He's batting 174, 17 home runs, 32 RBIs, no stolen bases. Doesn't tell me what his strikeouts there, but yeah,
And I think the numbers are comparable to Rizzo. I think
Okay.
Rizzo's having an absolute shocker.
Well, that's bad, real bad. Right up, that rounds out our tidbits. Let's Randall, have you got some NRL ready to go, or do you want to jump on to something else?
I can, yeah, mate. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Hey,
Let's fire up some NRL, and then we'll go with the Matildas.
yeah, all right, sounds good. So Thursday night, Roosters 26 over the Manly 16. Pretty good game. I think it was a send off. Nathan Brown, I think, was sent off for a high shot. Warriors 28 over the Titans 18. Panthers 26 over the Storm 6. They did away with them pretty easy, actually. It was almost embarrassing for the Storm. Broncos 30 over the Cowboys 14. Pretty expected. The Mighty Knights over in Perth 30 over a late charge in Dolphins 28. Knights held on there. Good to see. Knights, I think that's
caused the delay of the start of the trivia night.
Well, it did.
7 o'clock, mate.
Mate, we were busy watching that footy. Had to get the last of the game in, mate. Come on. Was that 5 on the trot for the Knights?
Who cares?
They could be finishing hot, mate. They could be finishing hot.
If Fast Eddie's listening to the show tonight, which he probably won't be because he's probably in bed, but he told me 7 on the weekend. I said, "Are you sure it's 7 in a row?" Yeah, that's 7. 5. Good on you, Eddie. I thought it was 6.
You got nothing.
Anyway, we'll go with 5.
That's it. Sharks 26 over Rabbitohs 16. Did you pick that one, Davo?
No, that cost me a perfect round, mate.
Yeah, I think it cost a lot of people a perfect round there. Eels 26 over the Dragons 20. And Huddo, your Tigers, mate. So close, but so far. Beat by the Raiders 22-18.
Beaten by forward passes, mate.
Yeah. I believe the NRL come out and actually said, no, forward pass shouldn't have been a try in the end. So that's pretty disappointing because at the end of the day, it means nothing to your team for them to come out and say, oh, yeah, it shouldn't have been a try. It's like, well, give us the 2 points. But it never happens, does it? So it makes it hard.
Same with the Dragons.
Same with the Dragons, 6-point game, and they're getting done by something that should have been a try or shouldn't have been a try, and it's disappointing. But Mighty Dogs, Davo, you dirty dogs, got the 2 points with the bye.
Definitely, mate.
Great to see, mate. You happy with that?
Well deserved.
Good result for you, mate.
Yeah, keeps us well above the Dragons and the Tigers.
That's it. But yeah, the ladder, Panthers and Broncos are still holding on to first and second on 36 points. Warriors outright third on 32. Then you've got Melbourne and the Raiders on 30. Sharkies on 28 in 6th place. Mighty Knights moves into the top 8. 27 points in 7th place. and the Rabbitohs equal in 8th place on 26 points with the Eels and the Cowboys. I don't think we need to go any further down the list, do we?
Nah, definitely not. Definitely not. I'm not a big fan of the Knights, Randall, as you might know, but it's great to see him in the top 8, mate, and it's good for Newcastle sport, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's it, mate. It's good for us, mate.
They're on a tear, which it's good to see. They're on a bit of a tear, 5 in a row. Hope they can bring it home for the rest of the sort of how many rounds to go? Well, what is it? Round
4,
20?
I think. 3 or 4. I think Knights have got Cronulla and Newcastle. No, sorry, they've got Rabbitohs in Newcastle this week who haven't been performing. They've then got the Dogs in Newcastle.
That's a loss.
For the Dogs, yeah, you're right. Then they've got Cronulla in Newcastle, then Dragons away. So they've got 3 home games and 1 away game, and 2 of those teams are well outside the 8. So, the season's up for grabs for them. If they can pull their finger out and keep playing like they have, they'll finish with a spot in the 8. So, fingers crossed, hey?
If they want it bad enough, they'll go and get it, and it's great to see them up there in the top 8. We put this live stream up. It's usually just YouTube and our Facebook page. We put it up in our old baseball card breaks page today. Thanks for those that are tuning in. Matt Perry, I haven't seen his name up here in the chat or anything like that before. Good to see him watching in. Chidge, Ninj, Bordy, thanks for tuning in, mate. And Sue, good to see you on the weekend. I think there might have been a little bit of intel with you guys winning it, and your son doing the questions. We really are going to look into that because, I mean, that prize, those prizes were fantastic. So, what do you think, Davo? You think it was a bit rigged, or
definitely an inquiry in it? Oh, mate, couldn't even say, he couldn't even get the words out by the 10th round. So it's like, of course, family know what he was saying. They were the only ones who could understand.
That's right.
They're used to the dribble, mate. That's why.
Yeah. There was a fair bit of dribble though, Randall. I know we dribble on the show a fair bit, but mate, he couldn't even spit it out. What was going on? Too many dirty waters. Oh, actually, you're on the Hubba Bubbas, weren't you?
Yeah, mate. It's on the Uno Mas. It was too much Uno Mas. Someone kept stitching me up. People just kept coming back from the bar and putting them on the table.
I love it.
I lost count.
Mate, it was a good night. Uno Mas to you too, there, Ninj. Davo, the old spider, mate. How'd you go with it?
Shit house.
No good.
No.
Take that slide down.
Yeah. No, it was a bit of fun, but making up rules that you had to slide it, weren't allowed to bounce it, and then you could bounce it, weren't allowed to it was just a free for all. But no, the competition was at the kids' table. That's where the real sort of fighting was going on. Very civilized for the adults, but as those kids were going hard yakka.
They were.
Yeah.
They were. Who ended up winning the kiddies prizes?
Benny Frost, I think, won the first one. I think it was Benny. It might have been Maddie Frost. I can't 100% remember. One of the Frosts. And then I think Noah, my young bloke, won the second one. His older brother was actually in front, and we pretty much said, well, this is it, time up. And Noah was like, no way, I want to keep going. It's like, mate, your brother's already won it. You can share all the lollies. And he's just like, not a chance, champ. I'm taking that at myself. So we did. That's it, Ricky Bobby, baby.
I think an inquiry into Benny's one, though. I think there was a bit of cheating there. There was quite the lean down the table, and I think the sin bin was called for a few times on Benny. But
really,
there you go.
Didn't hear it. Didn't have.
Yeah, I said it loud enough. You're just too drunk. I'm surprised he didn't have the oven mitt out for it, though.
I haven't witnessed the oven mitt yet, so
you're in for a treat, mate.
Looking forward to it. No, it was a good night. Did the club end up raising a fair bit of coin, Randall? You don't know yet?
To be honest, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I believe we did. So, much appreciated to everybody that turns up, everybody that donated prizes, all that sort of stuff. Thanks to the club for letting us use their venue.
Yeah.
We know we would have made a ton more. Unfortunately, it was with the weekend it was on. We missed out on our first and second graders who were away playing on representative duties.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably lost 4 tables worth of people just to that. So is what it is.
Yeah.
Still had a great night. Still raised a heap of money for the club. It's all that matters.
Yep. And speaking of those Tigers that were away, the old Coasties won the country championship, but we have a look here and there's our Tigers past and present. So they were part of that team.
There's a few missing from that photo too, I believe. I don't think Cambo's in the photo. There was a couple of other names I think floating around. I'm not really 100% sure who else was in the actual team. So
yep.
I know they did say Cambo should be on there and a couple of others.
Oh, good to see.
Good on them.
They went through undefeated as well, which is a big feat.
Good to see Shorty there too. Wouldn't mind seeing him back in some green and gold.
Yep. And you get any reports from any of the fellas, Davo, from the weekend or?
No, it was good to see Coast win A grade and they lost B grade in the grand final. B grade. B grade went through undefeated until the final. So good weekend for Central Coast baseball.
Absolutely.
First titles for a while. I didn't see Newcastle up there at all. So
I couldn't even tell you who was in the Newcastle team, mate. I'm way out of it. Moko, fair enough. Yeah, there you go.
Bit different to the old weekends away up at Coffs Harbour or Port or wherever we used to Tamworth, wherever we used to end up in October.
Illawarra.
Yeah, Illawarra always good days.
Classy.
Some good weekends of baseball and plenty of friendships, that's for sure. Hey, we had Women's World Cup. I think it was Monday night, wasn't it? The Aussies got up over Denmark, 2-0. So that was great to see. Did you blokes catch any of that?
Yeah, watched all of it.
Yep.
So we had a few screaming females in the house here cheering on. So it's good to watch. And I think it was over 2 million watched it on Channel 7, I think. It's one of the biggest rating things there. But just a great game. It's like they held out in the first 15 where Denmark really had the ball and they were pushing hard, and then saw an opportunity, perfect pass through by Fowler up the side there, and great finish to get us that goal, and never looked back.
Yeah.
So
great.
I think,
as you said, great defense in that first 15 minutes. They were solid. That's what sort of put them through, I reckon. And then, popping those 2 goals away, and also Sam Kerr getting on the pitch. I think it was the 80th minute or 81st minute or whatever it was. That's great for Australia going forward through their next matches. That's for sure.
Yeah, she didn't look too laboured, did she?
No.
So, reaction was awesome, wasn't it?
It was like they just scored another goal or something. Like when they showed her on the screen, all 70,000 there just went up. But it's probably just a good warm up for next match. And like they're even talking, just leave her on the bench to start with. Yep. Australia's done so well already. Why mess with a winning combination and just have her come off? Like, hey, it's a hell of a player to have come off the bench.
Absolutely. What a massive injection into the game. It, might be the 50th minute or whatever.
But to keep a clean sheet, that's a great defensive effort.
Yeah.
And do we know who we will play yet?
Yeah, they were saying could be England or France, didn't they say? I think. Yeah. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, so we've got on the other side, you've got England defeated Nigeria. That was last night too, wasn't it? So you got
Yanks
Colombia. The Yanks are gone. Colombia and Jamaica was today. 1-0 to Colombia. France and Morocco are on now, I believe. And yeah, I think we could have England or France, I think they said.
Yeah, I thought they said France, but I'm loving the upsets. It's like Germany gone, America gone. Like
Gone.
so many of the big teams are knocked out. So, like Morocco still in there, and it's just great to see for soccer or
It
football.
is.
Sorry.
Did you see that
Football.
game? The game, Davo, Sweden, was it Sweden versus US?
No, I missed it. I
Ah.
just copped some of the penalty shots at the end, and
Oh,
what they say,
unlucky.
1 millimeter or something, but it clearly went in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and aren't the Yanks up in arms?
They
Oh.
are.
Boo.
Oh, well, you get that. Very unfortunate for them, isn't it? They're gone.
No.
But yeah. Oh, well, it's great to see Aussies through. My wife isn't real happy, though, because they've got dancing at Homebush this weekend. And
Oh.
let's just say their car park spot is a little bit away from where they've got to be. And obviously, we booked our accommodation earlier, but if you wanted to get right beside where they're dancing last minute, it's $1,600 for a night at the Pullman there at Homebush. Just for that, they bumped it up about 5 times the price of what it usually is. So if you miss your accommodation for that, unlucky. So it'll be great to see. Some quality games still to come, and we'll keep our eyes posted on that.
Yeah, Saturday night I think they played.
Yeah, Saturday night.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. I think my sister's got tickets. She bought tickets to the quarterfinals before it even started. Didn't know who she was going to get, so she's pretty stoked that her and the niece are going down. So that'll be good fun. What an experience!
We thought about it. Yeah, we thought about it. We saw the tickets for quarterfinals, but by the time we sort of looked at them, there was only like nosebleed section left. And I've been to the like Homebush for State of Origin and other games, and when you're up the back,
There's no point.
the atmosphere is great, but
Yeah,
I think sitting on your lounge is often better.
Yep.
Sometimes it is. Yeah, obviously,
Yes.
they're going to have that atmosphere like
Yeah.
nothing else. But yeah, if you right up the back and can't really see much, might as well just be drinking the dirty waters, eh, Randall?
That's it, mate. No point looking at ants.
Plenty
That's what
of
you
them.
do.
When I was in Vancouver, I watched the Canucks play, and I was in the nosebleeds. I tell you what, I was up the very tippity top of that stadium looking down, and they were like ants. But seen a few punches getting thrown and that sort of thing. But yeah, mate, quality game that was. Like this bloke. I'll personally fight anyone who tries to get rid of fighting. I'll kick their ass, Brian Burke.
Surprise,
Someone told me
surprise.
that during the week, and I had a bit of a giggle at that. But,
It's part of the game.
It is part of the game, especially in ice hockey.
It's a
Not
contact
so much
sport.
baseball, but we've seen a little bit over the week with Timmy Anderson and Ramirez. We'll get onto that shortly. We're going to touch on that in a minute, but a couple of things to get through before we get there. CrossFit Games, fellas. I know you're massive fans of the CrossFit Games. Randall, we used to watch a little bit back in the day when we did a little bit of CrossFit, but Jeffrey Adler, the Canadian won, Patrick Vellner, the Canadian second, and Kranikoff come third for the men. And in the women, our Top Gun Aussie wasn't there this year, so I don't know how many Claire Toomey has won in a row. I think it's like 5 or 6 in a row, but she had a baby not long ago, so she didn't compete. Gave Laura Horvath the chance to come through, Emma Lawson and Lowen in third. Now, with our teams, we had a few Aussie teams go over and compete. I know Andrew's coach was over there in a team, and they come 30th. That was CrossFit Torrey and Mayhem, they come 30th, and we had another Aussie team come 26th. And I think there was one, oh no, it's New Zealand 16th. We'll claim them as ours though. It's about the only time. CrossFit Games though, it'll be live on the on ESPN. I think it was live, and they will show it in replays. But hey, Randall, show us that forward. I don't even know who that is. That's
D-Mac.
So D-Mac, is it?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, beauty.
Just marching back, mate. Just trying to catch up to Zane.
Love it. Righto. What else do we got? MLB. Let's get to it. We had Tim Anderson during the week. For those that didn't catch it, it was pretty good, actually. I didn't mind it. It was a bit of fire in the belly, and it wasn't the usual just push and shove, and there was actually some punches thrown. I don't know if I bring this up, whether it'll copyright our whole system here. We've had that a few times where we've been taken down with copyright, so I'm going to have a run at that in a minute, and we'll play short of it. But the torch has been passed to a new era. Anderson got knocked down. So let's give us a rundown of what you thought of what happened there.
I honestly don't know. I'm watching the replay. You remember, bloody Ringers there slides in head first, and looks like he gets a pretty hard tag on the head and whatever. And I don't know, it was just sent over the top of him, and he just didn't appreciate it at all. It's hard because they say if there's a few words being exchanged, you don't really know what's being said. But Ramirez was straight up there and giving him the old finger in the face, And yeah, Tim Anderson didn't take any of it. He just threw the gloves down and wanted to square up. I loved it.
Yeah,
he got what he. I feel like he got what he deserved.
Yeah,
one
Ramirez
on the
just
chin.
wanted a hand. He just wanted a hand up. So it's like he slid through him,
Right.
and like most pivots you see, if there's a slide at second base, close play, bang, you help the guy up. And when Anderson didn't help Ramirez up, I think he's just sort of said to him, it's like, hey, what are you doing, mate? Common courtesy. And Anderson hasn't liked that, and yeah, away you go.
What I
I
found
loved it.
quite amusing was, as you said, he shaped up, but he's shaped up southpaw, and then he throws him right. Has he not been in a fight before? What's going on there? He's just opened himself up. He's thrown his right, and he's just wide open, ready for it. Ramirez gave him one.
But you need to watch the whole game because it kept going and going. It didn't finish with just them. The coaches got involved.
Yeah.
So it's a few more skirmishes after that, which was good to see. Back to the good old days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I think. Yeah, Tim Anderson was dealt pretty harshly too, wasn't he? Like I think he got a 6-game suspension or something, didn't he?
6 games. Ramirez got 3. The Cleveland closer got 1.
Class A
got 1, and then the managers also. I don't know if they've given them, but they're copping games as well.
Yeah, they got sanctioned. I got done by the old MLB on fax again this week. I was clicking through, and there was one there that Ramirez out for the rest of the season. I was like, fuck, no way. And then I looked at it, and I'm going, you bastards, you got me. MLB on fax. Go and check him out on Instagram.
One of the affiliates, one of the minor league affiliates of the Guardians have come out and offered a Tim Anderson night. And any spectator that's named Tim gets in for free and gets to sit down on the grass. So
that's classic.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
I wasn't sure, AA or AAA or something, one of the affiliates as having a Tim Anderson appreciation night or something. So any Tims out there that are over there, you'll get a seat on the grass for free.
You beauty. And knocked him down good. I'll pull it up while you're talking here because I'll find it. We'll put it on a shirt or something. So
it was great. It's good to see it back. It wasn't just handbags at 30 paces again. It was actually get in there and let's sort it out. Let's have a swing. I love it.
Yeah, old school baseball. None of this sort of let the boys play or whatever. And it's like,
I'm
no.
wondering if I share this on our YouTube share, whether we'll get copyright anyway. I'm going to pull it up anyway and see how we go. I'm going to quickly show it here.
Risk it.
Just see what happens. What's the
Yeah,
worst that can happen?
if we get booted, we'll be back, maybe. But yeah, here we go. Maybe.
Yeah, that'd be all good. What's the worst that can happen?
There we go.
Hard hit ground throw by Colas, not in time. Jose right between the legs of Tim Anderson. He's in there safely. And he's not real happy with this popular man in Cleveland.
Bump, bump.
Mentions again.
Yep, there go the managers.
It's right there in his face.
I think the reliever's got the most work out running from the running from the bullpen.
Yeah.
And who was it that got injured? Someone got injured.
I think it was Eloy, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
Good on your ringers.
Yeah, that was quality. I enjoyed that. It was right up in your face, and yeah, good to see. Bit of fire in the belly. I
There's
did
always
get
been a bit of rivalry between the central foes that are the Sox and the Guardians.
Yeah. Texas chimed in here. Series with Cleveland forced a tag by pulling a hand off a bag, and the replay center overturned it. It was outrageous. I did see that one, mate. Yeah, I'm going back to this where here it is. Yeah, basically he's been disrespecting the game for a while now. It's not just from today. Been having the chance to tell him during the game, and as the play happened, he tagged me really hard and then wanted to fight, so I defended myself, and he knocked him on his ass, and it was great to see. But
yeah, there have been a lot of other things floating around too, where apparently, he's been having issues with his own inside his own clubhouse with his teammates as well. So
yeah,
I don't know what it is. Maybe there's a lot happening in his head at the moment. He's not playing well.
That lack of power, no home runs.
Yeah, no home runs. Average is way down. Maybe he's got a few things going on upstairs, and he's
him and Shoei have shared 40 home runs between them though, Davo.
Yeah,
as of
that's right.
last week, it's probably 41 now. But mate, though, it was great to see, and plenty of action in the baseball this week. Here's our little viewers' question for the week. One of you blokes shared this with me, and I had to bring it up. Choose your starter: Clayton Kershaw, Randy Johnson, or Sandy Koufax.
In their
prime. Where are we going, Randall?
It's said in their prime. Who you going for Game 7?
Game 7. My bad.
I'm taking Koufax. I think we spoke about this one. I think Davo, you were the same, weren't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think...
if they're in their prime, Koufax every day of the week.
Yeah, me too.
Get me Randy. Send out all the birds you want. He'll throw right through them, and you're right. Sandy Koufax is obviously going to be a lot of people's number one, but I'd much prefer see Randy Johnson throwing at people and throwing all over the place in his wild days. But any one of those three, you'd love to have, wouldn't you?
Yeah, which era of ball? I think Koufax still would have pitched well even this day and age. But you look back at 95 for Randy, how he just blew away the Yankees there for Seattle to make, was it the Hale DS or back then? Yeah, he was dominating then.
Yep. Text here, lack of clubhouse rules, anything goes in the White Sox since La Russa left. I have to agree there, mate. Since La Russa left, they've just gone downhill and they haven't looked like playing good baseball at all. So maybe a thing that's definitely affecting it. But yeah. Who else? All over Sandy. That's D-Mac. And Randy for sure. Bring the heat. That's Tex. I'm not sure why this is showing up as Facebook user on our comments, maybe because it's in a group where we usually put it on our page. What else have we got, fellas? I'm not sure what's left to talk about other than this. Randall's boys on the Tops Now card. What is going on here, Randall?
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I don't know. Grow up. Jesus. Grow up, you
They look
blokes.
like the Teletubbies or something.
Yeah.
Surely
I
that's
don't
a
know what's
rookie
going on.
initiation.
Has to be.
Well,
The
Oh, he's
rookie road trip
Mount
where they've got to
Castle's-
wear.
Mountcastle's been around for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Ratchman's second year. So who knows? Yeah, but Gunner and Colton Cows, I don't know about those pair, but wow.
It's a brutal rookie challenge, that's for sure.
How's your
I think-
Baltimore management though, mate? Getting rid of your announcer because he spoke. Pardon me, spoke the truth a bit that you guys haven't played that well in Texas over the last few. For the down in Tropicana, and he's got the flick.
Who's that?
Didn't you say that, mate? It's because you haven't checked the Instagram, mate. We said it about 12 o'clock today.
Your play-by-play announcer has been given the flick by management because of his comments where he said over the last few years, the Orioles have really struggled to beat Tampa Bay in their home field.
Yeah.
And even like the Mets duo came out and backed him up.
Yeah.
And said, hang on, you shouldn't be sacked for that. So, yeah, your Orioles management are copping crap for it.
Go on. There you go.
Yeah.
You'll have to check that one out, Randall. Go and check your 412 Instagram messages, old son.
And what was the trivia question the other night about the best baseball team or something? And he doesn't even, yeah. Wow.
Classic.
Come on.
Classic.
This is what happens when I actually do work one day. One day of the year I actually did work today. And look what I've missed.
Unbelievable. And the O's are still at the top of the table, mate. 3 games in front of the Tampa Bay. So he's on fire.
Yeah, they had an off day today, so hopefully
day?
they can.
Mate, the Giants can't even beat the Oakland A's. We're gone.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
the
tough.
O's the first AL team to 70 wins. So it's them and the Braves at the moment. Are the only
Braves are at 70
win teams.
Yep.
Braves
Texas
have
is
got,
not far
I think,
behind at 67 wins.
Yeah, I think
Dodgers
Braves
on
have got a few
65
less
wins.
losses.
Yeah.
And the Cubbies have been smashing the ball through July. I think I read a stat where they'd scored more runs in July than 6 other teams or something combined.
Yeah.
So they're doing well.
Yeah, what are they? Only 2.5 games back from Milwaukee. They're in third, but they're still only 2.5 back. That's not bad. They were struggling early on this year.
Yeah.
Not as much as those Cardinals, who are now 11.5 back.
Yeah.
Well, the Red Sox should just wear their city-wide jersey every week. They're 7-0.
Grand Slam walk-off today.
Yep, 7-0 when they wear those jerseys, and when they don't, they just suck. They're like, we got swept by the Blue Jays, and we're losing to Kansas City of all teams. So, but yeah, the Giants with the 6 runs in the 9th there today to beat the Angels.
Yeah, absolutely brutal. Watch the arse end of the game. Absolutely brutal, mate. I watched them get towed up by the Oakland A's, and now this. It's not good. Yeah, this one. I think this must have been Tex here. That one was a good one, mate. Not long ago, the old going to the Negro League, but use a different word. But yeah. Anyway, what about this? We talked. I think it was one of the tidbits last week or the week before. They all seem to be rolling in one. Talk about some errors, play-by-play errors, and Devers was right up there with 80 something or whatever it was for over the 3 years or whatever. This is the most errors by position. Let's have a quick look here. Matt Olson with 7, Gleyber Torres 9, Baez with 14, Devers 13, Schwarber with 4, Ruiz with 6, is it? I can't see that far. And Acuna Jr. with 5. It's anyone stand out on that list for you guys there as a shock?
Probably Olsen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's normally pretty solid there at first base.
Yeah.
But expected of Devers and Baez and even Schwarber. Like, I think if Bryce Harper was healthy, Schwarber, he'd be DH every day of the week. So I think Phillies are just trying to make do with while they can.
Yep.
Probably Ronald Acuna Jr. is a bit of a surprise too.
Yeah.
And even Glaber to have 9. It does say 9, doesn't it?
Yeah, that is a lot.
That's
But
they're probably mainly throwing errors for Acuna.
Yep.
Probably trying to throw out runners. It's hit the runner and gone away. So you know how easily they get errors for those. So
yeah. Yep. Another one, Davo, that you sent to me today was quite a good one. Could have almost used it as a tidbit.
Yeah.
This is an absolute classic. So the Mets are paying 153.2 mil. Oh, my bad. 153.2 mil for the Mets playing on their roster and 137 mil for those that are not on their roster. Pretty impressive stat, isn't it?
I'm sure a lot of teams would love to have a payroll of 137 million to pay their whole roster, let alone teams that aren't on their, like players aren't on their team.
Yeah. That's I know the Orioles would love that, Randall, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I think their payroll's about 60 mil.
Yeah.
Something around that. I think.
That's
pretty average,
crazy,
isn't it? Pretty low
Yeah.
considering, 70 and 32 or whatever they are.
Yeah, when I saw that, I thought, oh, got to share that.
That was a classic. And another one that I seen during the week was this one. I think JVD might have sent it to me. Rich Hill now ranks second all time, playing for 13 different MLB teams. I wonder who's on top if he ranks second all time. I'll have to have a look at that. That's a pretty decent stat, isn't it?
Longevity.
Getting thrown around here, there, and everywhere. And
he was with a couple of teams, or more than once. I know he was with the Red Sox more than once. Okay. So you think the 13 teams for that's not the whole number of times he's played for different teams either.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy stat. Yeah, our Aussie women, I know we've got Little League going on over there and everything as well. And the Aussies, I think it was under 14s, beat one of the US teams today, which was good to see.
Yeah, Washington. Yep.
Yeah. But the Emeralds kick it off. Must have been, it's tomorrow morning. Sorry, tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. So Australian Eastern Time. So that'll be good to see. Aussie versus USA. And we got Mexico, Korea, Hong Kong, is it? And Canada. So good luck to the Aussie Emeralds at the World Cup. I think it's in Canada, isn't it?
Canada,
sure. Yeah,
Canada.
But yeah, good luck to them over there. I don't know if will that be on ESPN or anything. Do you know? I've got nothing.
No idea, mate.
I've got nothing.
There we go. Edwin Jackson, 14 teams. Someone's commented.
That's Tex. Thanks for that, Tex. If you go and check out baseballreference.com and they'll give you a bit of a rundown of all that sort of stats. If you have you blokes been playing the grid of the day? I said I was going to share that, didn't I? I haven't been sharing it. I'm going to write that down. I can't remember anything.
Write
grid
that
of
down.
The day. They had one of the MLB, Jeff Passan, I think it was, and they showed up a grid and, me and you might take 15, 20 minutes thinking about who played here, and he's 12 seconds. took him to do the grid the other day. He went, yep. And it's just like crazy. Righto. That's about it for baseball, unless you got something else to bring up, fellas. I do have this from Central Coast. What are your Central Coast team? I know the Central Coast won the baseball, Davo. They're not so good in the ice hockey, mate. Got beat 21 by Brisbane over the weekend, and Newcastle North Stars beat them 18-5. Bit of a shellacking there.
Yeah, just working their way back into the comp. The Rhinos haven't been there for a few years, so just sort of first year back in, some first year jitters. So they'll come round. Hopefully.
That's a pretty good excuse, except for Brisbane Lightning as first year in the comp ever. So
they've got a better payroll. They're bigger franchise up there than the poor old Rhinos, mate. Like the Rhinos go right just out of Erina Fair there, like Erina Ice Rink.
They do.
So
it's great to see them back in the comp though, having that another local team to us. I mean, if you follow the North Stars, it's not too far down the road to go and watch them down there either. So it's good. The only other little bit to bring up is this. I've seen this one, the World Swimming bans transgender athletes from participating in women's events, which means a goodbye to Leah Thomas. It's been on their agenda for a while now to talk about this, and I know my thoughts are pretty old school. I'm not against, anyone being whoever they want to be, but with sport, for me, it's a men's and a women's sort of league. I don't know how you guys feel about this. What's your thoughts?
Same, mate.
Yep.
It's how's it even fair when you've got, especially this person that's going out there and, absolutely destroying every record, every woman's record that there is. Like, I don't think we need to go too far into it. I think you probably know my opinion is probably very similar to yours.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, no, that's it. Done and dusted from us.
Each to their own with things, but when it comes to the professional sports, it really is an advantage to that person. So,
D-Mac there up the Toronto coast team, mate. You missed this slide earlier, mate. We gave you a bit of a plug earlier, but you mustn't have been here. Yes.
I did. The other people that I did miss was Cambo, Jace McAdam, and also Lachlan McGraw. So,
you beauty. Congratulations to those fellas. For those that are still listening, we appreciate you tuning in. Let us know if you've got a guest for us that might want to come on and talk about some sort of sport. We've got a few lined up over the next few weeks. It's always good to chat to someone new. So if you do have anyone, let us know. Send us a message.
Topics.
Yep. And also, if you get any tidbits that you want to see us bring up, like the ones we've had today, feel free to send them through to the Sports Rewind digital socials or any one of us. And I know
we'll get them out there.
Van Dyke sends through about 412 a day, and I appreciate them. It's always good to talk sport and see some funny stuff. But fellas, thanks again. Big week of sport coming up. What was that?
Any talking point, really. If we don't think of it, if they think of it, throw it in the chat. Get it all going. Get the crowd involved.
Oh, going back to our tipster, he's 2 from 2. Oh
yes.
Tin Magic has won twice. I think it was about $1.60 favourite again. He hasn't left me any tips this week, so for those punters out there, you're just going to have to go on your own intuition. So we'll get the tipster back on next week.
Back to 9 in the dogs when it gets a start. It's always good for a place.
Gamble responsibly.
Gamble responsibly.
What about all the TV ads now? Basically, say you're going to lose. I think they're great. It's true, but
got to be in it to win it.
That's it. That's another angle that we could go at. But Anyway, fellas, who the Tigers got this weekend in 3rd and 4th grade?
We got Phoenix, mate.
Oh,
Big one.
Coming at 'em.
JVD. Yeah.
fair enough. So
Be a
it's
good beer
win,
afterwards.
must win for both teams, is it? Or 4th grade done?
4th grade's done, mate.
Yeah. You beauty.
And
Oh,
third grade,
yeah.
it really decides. It really decides sort of 4th spot. Really, Phoenix beat us. We're done. But if we beat Phoenix, then we're pretty much all tied up, and it comes down to the last games of the round. So, should be a good battle.
Yeah. Hopefully, full strength team, and we go forward. No full strength team, is there, Randall?
No, well, you're not there.
Mate, I play 4th grade. I don't play
I'm
3rd grade.
I'm not there.
Anyway, righto. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and we'll talk to you again next week. Peace.